snares. We got these homemade ones. It's just this little washer. Bend it. Not gonna explain that. We'll show you how to do that in a later video. But that's a snare. I'm gonna take this stake, bend my wire around so it's where I'm gonna want it. And I'm just gonna get this stake in the ground for now. This stake is just to hold the snare. You're not really looking at it. It's not gonna be holding the trap, so it doesn't have to be in real deep and tight, but you want it to at least be able to hold place so your snare ain't swinging around in the wind. Now, first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna take your snare, unwind it, now most snares are gonna have this little clear deal on there, so you can, it's what you're gonna hook your stake to right up here. You want to keep that by your snare loop. Now you're gonna alright, see that right there, that's solid, that ain't going nowhere. Catch a moose and it ain't gonna move this. So you're gonna take your snare, whip it around. So now if you can see that, I got my snare around that wood. It's not going anywhere. It can pull no matter what. And you're gonna take your snare loop. It's got your little rubber washer deal on there and your crimped washer or whatever you make your snares. Make it a little small. You're gonna take that end, put it through the loop of the opposite end. And that's gonna make a noose, obviously. You're gonna grab it, pull it tight. Now, if you can see that, that ain't going nowhere. Like, that's solid. Solid as a rock. Feed your snare kinda back through here how you want it. Get it right there. Pop that snare open. Get it around that little knob. Alright, now considering this is most likely gonna be a cat set and not a coyote set, there's not going to be near as much worry about how big your loop is and how high you have it. I'm gonna give this one about right here. Maybe need it a little bigger. So you take your stake, poke it in your plastic a little bit. As you can see, it looks kind of how it's supposed to, but clearly not yet. So spin it to get your loop where you want it, which we want it more kind of that way. Take your stake, bend it where you prefer, and see, boom, right there. So I kind of want it more that way. Okay. And actually, I'm gonna cover up that whole section. All right. So boom, you see how that is right there? Normally on a coyote set, which we'll do that later, you'd want to go about 9 inches, which is about pinky to thumb off the ground. Considering they're sucking down through this hole, crouching down, coming through, they're gonna be crouched, so it doesn't have to be as far, but you still want it at least about 4 inches off the ground, or else you're gonna end up catching legs, or their head's gonna go over the top of it, or they're gonna slip it. So now that you got it set up like that, what you're gonna wanna do is grab probably a little thicker length of something like this, a stick, anything, break it. You're gonna take this and you're gonna come in here and you're basically gonna block off their path from the other direction. I like to do something my grandpa taught me is just take a little one of these. You can go pretty low with it, don't break it, but stick that right there and leave it. That way if their nose is on the ground, they're sniffing while crawling through there, they lift it up because that stick's there. Catch himself right in the snare. Now, that's ready to go. Last thing, so we're gonna stand up, grab this and kind of back out since we destroyed their cover a little bit. And we're gonna bring all these sticks and twigs that we broke down and destroyed, and we're gonna bring them in here. Set them across this edge. Grab our extension we didn't use. And we'll back out of here. And hopefully we got a cat or something in that trap tomorrow. So, we'll get at you with the next one.